This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something. He leaves it with his back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
There he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll take it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. They've got a first down here to open the period. Direct snap. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Touchdown, Cougars! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. Houston going up tempo. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for... down.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
All right, guys, let's talk Houston. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Gets it out fast, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going to the running game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Gain of 1. Good enough for first down.
The Cougars will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Unleashes it on the run. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect. The 42-yard field goal that was no good gives them the ball back at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the ground with the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Finding open areas. All kinds of room to the right. The 50. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougars.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you run into the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Punt is on its way. Punt goes out of bounds and kick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again. Breaks into the open. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field. Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Makes the grab. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Turning it on. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
At the 5-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got 5 on that last one. Now, how aggressive will they be on 2nd and inches? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
It's hard in this area to throw them over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Touchdown, Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk to any quarterback, Jesse, and they love finding the big tight end. Throw the big fellas with the big reach, the nice mitts. Catch by the tight end.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Oh, he got loose. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. To the ground, he's got it again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Here's the handoff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Touchdown, Houston! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. with yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent. Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really...